Welcome to today's Strengths Conversation. I'm Jane Liebecker and I live in Seattle, Washington, and I am an Eddie Villa certified coach. And we use the Gallup Clifton Strengths Assessment as a tool to coach and in our life.
My name is Monetta Fields, joining you from Laurel, Maryland. I too am an Eddie Villa certified coach and absolutely love the tool that Jane mentioned. That Gallup Strengths Assessment is amazing.
Our special guest today is Lucille. Tell us where you're coming from today, Lucille.
So I am coming from New York, Carmel, New York.
New York.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. And so, Lucille, I'm not sure if you have one dominant domain or two, but can you share those with us in your strengths proclamation?
Sure. So I do everything in a way that honors my desire to connect with the right people and to think, create, and learn.
Love it. Relationship building, strategic thinker.
That's me.
So can you tell us how you learned about strength and what you did? What did that feel like?
Yeah, so it was just, I love my story, and I'm sure a lot of people do love their story, but I just love how things happen in such a way, because that's what for me. So I joined doTERRA in 2020, and my sponsor recommended that I take the Clifton assessment test. So I was like, okay, so I took it, and that's how I came about understanding and knowing what the Clifton Strengths was.
And it felt like,
you know what? Honestly, it was, oh, this is interesting. Okay. But I don't think my upline really knew what to do with it. I was like, oh, so you're a relationship builder. Okay. And so it just kind of sat there until I was introduced to Eddie Villa. And then I took the report out and learned all about it. And yes, from that day on, it was like, oh my God, this is just connected the dots to so many things. And it gave me words to describe who I am.
Absolutely. We're talking with you today about your strength, the futuristic. Where is that in your top 10?
That is my number 3.
High up there. Okay.
Yes, very high, very high.
So for those who may not know what futuristic actually means in Gallup's terms, I'm going to read that. It says people exceptionally talented in the futuristic theme are inspired by the future and what could be. They energize others with their visions of the future. Is that you?
Definitely. Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I just want to share with you, before I took the Clifton assessment, I thought, because I always, any decision that I'm making, I'm like, okay, when I'm 20, 30 years ahead from now, what am I going to think about this decision when I look back? And I've made a lot of my decisions based on that, what I thought would be how I would look back on it. And I just thought that was something I learned along the way, maybe like a survival thing, or just how to best be me, not realizing, no, that is you. It wasn't something I just picked up from someone or something. It's no, that's me. So again, when I got out, I was just like, yep, that's me.
That's it. So, and it's number 3. So what are your number 1 and your number 5 strengths? We know those are both important strengths.
Yes, definitely. So my number 1 is positivity and my number 5 is learner. So for me, something that interests me, I'm right there. I want to learn everything about it. It's like there's not too much information that you can give me on that. I mean, it's amazing. And then right from there, I'll learn something. I get all excited about it. And yes, then I just see the future. It's like, yeah, I know where this could be useful now and just looking ahead. I mean, it's years ahead. It's not just tomorrow or next week. This is like, nope, 20 years from now, oh my God, this is going to be, So that's how those 3 constantly are working for me.
That's amazing. Thank you for that. Can you give us a specific example, though, so people can kind of get an idea of how it felt for you?
Okay, so when I learned this was a big aha moment for me. I was in my late 20s, my early 30s, and I learned, oh my gosh, I have control over the health of the future health. Like I'm not just on this path yeah, I'm trying to do the best I can, but you know what? I'm still going to end up here and I'm just going to have to live with it. So when I realized, that there were certain things that I could do, especially like with eating and things like that, I was like, oh my gosh, I can control the outcome. So I learned that, and now this was early back in the 2000s, like 2007, I learned that there were these companies out there that do have these natural solutions and are teaching people how to eat properly. So with those two combined, so yes, I got excited about that. I learned information I got all excited about. And that's when I knew, I was like, if we just keep this up, if we keep on this path, it's going to change medical history as far as the way we view on gaining our health back. So yeah, so I saw back in, like I said, early 2000. Wow. 2000. Yeah.
I love that. And so what do you like about Futuristic?
Oh, what do I like about it? Well, because just being able to see that, it just excites me even more, I guess. And it just gives me purpose, I guess, because I know this is what I'm driving towards.
That's good.
So yeah. What would you say to somebody who's still sitting on the fence about taking this wonderful assessment?
Because my positivity, I always think, oh my gosh, you are going to love it. But I also know from experience with coaching other people that you have to, I have to remember that not everybody always likes their report, So I come across that person that is sitting on the fence and like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, oh my gosh, please take this. Let me and show you just how amazing you are as a person. It's going to tell you things. It's either going to help you understand better who you are. It's going to connect the dots for you. It's just going to give you this whole new language to speak. And as you're about yourself, you're also becoming aware now of the people around you. And it just creates just a whole new perspective and an understanding, really. And that's what I love about it. It's an understanding of not only myself, but then the people around me. And the more people that you get around you, then you're speaking a language that everyone understands. That's what I love,
Yes,
so true.
So much for sharing that. That's absolutely true.
Yeah. There's, as a parent, there's no guessing. It's like, no. Right. And then my children are looking at me because all my children, with the exception of one, I've got one holdout, have taken the assessment. So so they're not looking at me like, Mom, where are you coming from? So
now they know.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much, Lucille. It's been a great conversation.
Yes, no, I'm thankful for you guys for doing this. This is awesome. That's awesome.
Well, we're sure having fun.
Definitely.
Positivity.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, ladies.